Alrighty, folks. Happy Tuesday. I am semi spontaneously deciding to go live here on Facebook for a variety of reasons. I plan to share. Okay, it looks like I'm live here. I plan to spontaneously share 10 things that I love because love is a beautiful thing, and part of my purpose, my self diagnosed purpose, is to be in the vibration of love with life. Um, so I figured I'd jump on here for a few different reasons. One is to make sure that I can stream live using my camera and my microphone so that it's good quality. Because one thing I do love is good quality, but admittedly, I for a lot of my life have kind of not set myself to the highest standard of quality because I'm just like, who cares? Like, I might as well, I'd rather, just make something happen and actually do it rather than like worrying about the quality 24/7. So, but I've decided to change my story around that because I do think that quality is a good thing. And the quality of my voice is a good thing too, so I'm going to drink a sip of water. Okay, so number one thing I love is a recyclable or a reusable glass water bottle. This is one of the greatest inventions ever. It's from Life Factory, a company called Life Factory. You can get it for like $20 or $25. Um, and one of the great things about it is it's a wide mouth lid, so you can actually clean the inside of your bottle, which is pretty important if you have a reusable bottle, to be able to clean the inside of it, because a lot of these bottles they gather bacteria and weird stuff, and if you can't get in there to clean it, it becomes pretty gnarly, and it's understandable why people would not want to be reusing the same bottle over and over again if you can't clean the inside of it. So do yourself a flavor, as my friend Trill would say, and get yourself a Life Factory reusable glass bottle. I do believe that glass preserves the integrity of the, water molecule structures and all that good stuff. So that's number one. I didn't prepare for this, but I just got some random things on my desk. Everything seems to be blue. I like the color blue. I got my blue shirt on. I got these octopus body massagers. They're blue. I recommend going on both sides of the head in a slow motion fashion. I actually sell these, and sneak preview, I'm going to be launching a whole company where we sell these because part of my life mission, this is high on my list of things I love. I want every family in the world to have one of these because they're so good for relaxation, and they can be used for conflict resolution between kids. Just getting a little massage is like, it cools your whole nervous system down. And I feel like what the whole world needs right now is to cool our nervous systems down and come back into balance. So number two is the octopus body massagers. Hit me up if you're interested in them. They're freaking amazing. Number three thing that I'm in love with is this hand strengthener tool. You can get these online for like $9 a piece, but the truth is that our hands have a reflection, a hologram reflection of our entire body on it. So having strong hands and like activating all the energy centers on your hands is super beneficial for having overall health. So I'm a huge fan of just having these around. Having strong hands, it enables you to circulate energy through your system way easier. So that's the number three thing I love, these hand strengthener things. If you're interested in them, send me a message. I could send you the exact link. I'm sorry my throat is so messed up. Well, I'm not really sorry, but it's probably because I've been hibernating this winter. This is my first time going live in like 5 months. It's probably a sign from the universe that I gotta speak more. Okay, so random things that I love. Number four is this map that I've developed here. I'll try and see if you can see that. It's called the internal compass. And, this map is basically a synthesis of many different cultures' interpretation of the five elements. We've got air, fire, earth, water, and then love is like the element that binds everything together. So this graphic was designed between me and my friend Casey Howes, who's an amazing graphic designer. These new graphics are going to be in my upcoming Unlocking Our Superpowers version 2.0 book. So basically, life is all about balancing these five elements. I know I look weird talking here, but I'm a weird person, so we're just gonna have to accept that. Um, and I'm figuring out the best angles for my camera and whatnot. But this map is literally one of the best maps ever. If you're interested in this, I could just send you like a PDF or a JPEG of this so you can like put it up on your wall and just remember that it's all about balancing the elements. And that's why I've been like resting all winter and hibernating, is because when you live in harmony with the elements, you honor the cycles and the phases. And so it's like people talk about getting burnt out. It's because you have too much fire energy, too much like masculine yang energy. But we got to balance that with the earth and the water energies and be in cycle with all the balance. So the internal compass is the, I guess, fifth thing that I love on this random list of things I love. Internal compass is good stuff. I'm also learning that I should put this thing out of the way so I stop looking at my beautiful little face. Okay, so number six thing I love is blank notebooks. This was gifted to me by my good friend Baron Batch. This is kind of his logo. Um, but I love blank notebooks that don't have freaking lines on them. Like, check out how beautiful that is. It's actually, I guess, technically a sketchbook. So, like, it's so liberating to not have freaking lines on your notebook. And so I'm just a huge fan of these. I recently, I filled up pretty much all of that one. So I bought a new one online, and it looks like this on the cover. Let me see here. It's just like a sketchbook, but it's made of mostly recycled paper, and it's probably like $10. It's such a good investment. Like literally one of the greatest investments you could possibly do in your personal development is get yourself a big, juicy blank notebook, because it's basically just this infinite potential of possibilities, and it gives you permission to explore all different things. You have so much space to brainstorm ideas and take notes on videos and draw sketches and stuff. It's just like so much fun. Like this notebook is 100 sheets, and you could do front and back, so that's freaking 200 pages. Um, and I just love having a big blank notebook because I have tons of ideas all the time, and our brains work most efficiently when they don't have to hold on to everything. So if you take notes of all your good ideas, it's like you open up empty space, empty storage on your brain's hard drive to take more notes. So getting yourself a good big blank sketchbook, ideally with recycled paper, is what I highly recommend. So that's going to be number six. All right, I'm going to have to make up other fun stuff that I love. Here's another blue thing, since we're talking about blue things. So, if you go to Whole Foods or whatever, they sell like these little pre-packaged like essential oil mist things. Most companies probably charge at least like $10 for those. But literally it's 99% water and then like 15 drops of essential oil. So they're making a huge amount of profit off of you buying like these pre-packaged ones, which there's nothing wrong with, having your cool products and whatnot. But if you want to save money and you want to be able to make your own, all you do is buy these empty pre-made, glass spritzer bottles. This is like 3 or 4 ounces, and you fill them up with water, and then you put your own essential oils, and you can experiment with different blends and stuff. And like, it's just amazing to have at your desk when you're doing something on the computer and your mind's getting stressed out or whatever, just to like spray this. It literally like clears the energy and helps you recenter. Like, I can't tell you how freaking underestimated the power of having like a little essential oil thing spray bottle is. Like, everyone just fucking needs, like, there's so many things where I'm like, every person in the fucking universe needs this because it's such a good tool. Like, everything I do is, a lot of what I do is just sharing transformational tools with people. My coaching, my books, my videos. There's literally so many tools out there that just help us to have a more empowered and healthy lifestyle. And I'm just super passionate about sharing them. So, all of these things I'm listing here today are exactly that, tools for transformation. All right, so I gotta make up other stuff that I love. I'm gonna shout out, since we're doing blue stuff, I'm just gonna pick every blue thing here in my studio. Where do you find those little spray bottles? I seriously need those for several reasons, Rachel says. They sell them at Whole Foods for like $3 or $4 a piece, or you can buy them in bulk on Amazon or online. They're literally like $3 or $4 for one of these, and they're super duper amazing. So since I'm listing everything blue, I'm gonna go next for this product here. It's called Sore Muscle Gel. This is literally one of the most powerful, herbal, all natural things for like joint pain, muscle pain, anything like that. Like, I've tried like 50 zillion different companies, and this is my personal favorite. If you just type in Sore Muscle Gel, the brand is called Narayan. Sorry, my camera's not. I gotta figure out like the focusing, but this stuff is, $10 at most. It lasts probably like 3 or 4 months. And like, if you ever have joint pain in your neck or knees or wherever, like, this is the best. But with all that said, it smells really, really minty. So like, if you walk into a restaurant with this stuff on, they'll smell you from across the room. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna not have neck pain even if I smell minty. 'Cause it's full of like menthol oil. Um, but it's the best. It's the most powerful. I mean, they make that stuff called Tiger Balm, which a lot of people are familiar with. That stuff is powerful, but it's has petroleum in it, which is freaking oil from underground. You probably don't want that stuff on your skin necessarily. So, I think that's number 7 on the things that I love. Let's see, what else do I love? I got this stone for Christmas. I forget exactly what it's called, but to be honest, like, since I'm doing everything blue, I'm just gonna go around my office here and get everything blue. This stone, I can't remember what it's called. If there's any stoners out there, tell me what this stone is called. But oh, I remember. It's called an apatite. Because I thought that was kind of funny. I lost my appetite. Um, anyways, I used to be kind of a hater on like gemstones and stuff. I was like, you really think these fucking crystals are magical? Like, they're not magical. I used to kind of have some judgment on people that were really into crystals, but I've been changing that story over the years. I mean, I do wear this bracelet, which to be honest, I don't even know exactly what it's called, but I like the energy of it. And like, stones are incredibly powerful, and like, literally our computers are basically run on like quartzite crystals. Like, crystals and stones, they're all freaking magical. Like, this is literally one of my most favorites. This is called a carnelian, and this has a very grounding quality to it. So for the last, like, I don't know, 7 years, every single day of my life, I carry these different stones in my pockets because they literally like carry a grounding frequency, and they're kind of like vibrational reminders to help you stay in a certain energetic frequency. So I've got like this one here is obsidian, I believe. Just holding this stone basically carries like a grounded energy. So if I hold this stone and I meditate with it, I can start to like harmonize with that frequency, and it's super empowering. Whereas this one is I believe, amethyst, and I like the ones that are polished, so I can like, I'm a very tactile person, so you can just like, it's called like a worry stone or whatever. But holding this one, amethyst, I guess this is an amethyst. It kind of looks like a rose quartz also, but it tunes me into more of like the feminine energy, kind of like the heart energy. So like carrying stones and crystals around in your pockets or just having them in your space. But I think really the key is like having them touch your at least physical body in some way if you want to actually like harmonize with the frequency. Maybe just looking at it could do it, but it's probably going to have physical contact. Shout out to the 3 people watching this right now. Thanks for tuning in. This is my first time going live in like 5 months. Maybe I did go once live, but anyways, I've been hibernating. I'm slowly coming out of hibernation, and I'm listing 10 random things I love, and most of them have been blue so far. So I guess I'm going to shout out that I like this blue shirt that I have on. I'm actually starting a company called Intentional Shirts, and we're going to have some awesome designs. So shout out to Intentional Shirts. Keep an eye out for that. My friend Sapphire, also known as Tina, says I carry obsidian energy every day to help trap negative energies. Much love. Thank you, Tina Sapphire. Yes, obsidian is a powerful stone. There's so many incredible stones. Like, this planet is full of fucking treasures, and we've got to just, honor and acknowledge the amazingness of this planet and try to live in harmony with it and protect it. That's my theory. Okay, so we're on like number 8, I think. So number 8 thing I love is jokes. You probably know that if you follow me on Facebook or anything like that. Um, so the joke that I have for you, guys and gaias and beings of beauty, joke that I have for you is I tried this website. It's an online dating website, and it's specifically for pyromaniacs. And believe it or not, I got a match right away. Yeah, it was great. Um, she was smoking hot. Um, all right, let's see what other jokes are going through my mind. So what did the triangle say to the circle? It said, "Man, everything you do is pointless." And the circle said, "That's just how I roll." So those are my jokes for today. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the Joke Revolution, I published a joke book. All of the proceeds go towards my good friend Kobe's rehabilitation. I don't have a copy within reach of my hand right now, but I'm telling you, it's an amazing book. We've sold probably over 100 copies and raised a lot of money for Kobe. And people love these jokes. Like, there's some really high quality jokes in there. And the sad thing is, most people are suffering from a terrible illness called joke amnesia, where they can't even remember one singular joke. But this book will help cure that, my friends. So if you're interested in a copy, send me a message. I can mail them out. They're sliding scale of like $8 to $1 million, because all the proceeds go towards helping Kobe get back on his feet. If you ever have a joke, please send it to me. I'm a big fan of jokes. And speaking of that, number 9 on this list of things I love is gonna be memes. I freaking love memes so much. Um, and I started a meme page. It's called Box Outside the Think, and it's basically a database of awesome memes. And I have at least over 300 in there. And you know, basically I'm not really promoting this page. I just want it to be like a database that people can go to on a rainy day and be like, I need some fucking good memes right now, and just go there. So if you search Box Outside the Think, it's a picture of like a 3-year-old girl going like this with glasses on. Um, and it's great. I just post all the good memes that I find, and I also post art. So it's not just like funny memes, but there's like memes to make you think and cool art, some funny videos as well. But I just want that to be there as like a database. Every time I find new memes online, I put them in this big ass folder on my computer, and I'm slowly uploading them all to Box Outside the Think. So that's number 9 thing I love is memes. The number 10 thing I love is just gonna be the freaking internet. Like the internet is probably the most fundamental breakthrough of the human species perhaps ever. And my grand thesis on the internet is that 7% of the internet is super awesome and empowering and helpful and worth your time and energy. And 93% of the internet is total and utter bullshit. So the name of the game is to navigate away from that 93% of total and utter bullshit and towards the 7% of the internet that is fucking awesome. And my job as a curator uh, is to Rachel's happy that I'm coming out of hibernation. It's happening slowly. Hibernation's been glorious. I mean, as I mentioned before, like the key is to balance all of the elements. And if we were in summer all the time, then that would not be balanced, in my opinion. Anyways, the the cure is curation. If you have a notebook, please write that down. The cure is curation. So, in order to cure pretty much all of the world's problems, in my opinion, we have to curate that 90 or that 7% of the internet that is awesome and empowering and holistic and focused on regenerating the planet. We have to, highlight that and spread the word about that and curate it, turn it into an art gallery, so that people can find it and absorb it. There's literally solutions to so many problems that we have in the world, but they're not being distributed. They're not being implemented because we've got, broken systems all over the place. But if we can curate that 7% of the internet that is good and beneficial and solutions oriented and empowering and non-hierarchical and fucking permaculture principle based, then like we could save the fucking world. Like I'm gonna be preaching this message till the fucking day I reincarnate. Um, so like the 7% of the internet that is awesome. I've been doing my freaking best to curate this all winter long. I've been building these playlists on YouTube on my YouTube channel on all these different categories. So I've got like a permaculture playlist. I've got a playlist of healing music that's like 400 songs. You could literally listen to these playlists and it would last you 24 hours and you wouldn't repeat a single song. And every single one of these songs is freaking amazing. I'm telling you, believe me. um, I've got playlists of all these awesome documentaries. Um, just a zillion playlists. So it could last you, 3 years of watching probably. um, so if you're ever in need of inspiration or empowering information, please check out the playlists on my YouTube channel. It's called Kevin May and Sacred Story Weavers. Or you can go to sacredstoryweavers.net. And our whole, message at Sacred Story Weavers is that everyone's a storyteller. Whether you're 2 years old or a million years old, you have your life as a story, and so you're inherently a storyteller. And so the stories that we tell have a huge impact on how we live our lives. But we're not just telling stories with our words, we're weaving stories into existence with our actions, with how we move through time and space, with how we sing, with how we dance, with how we, walk through the world. So by being a sacred story weaver, you're seeing all of life as sacred, as beautiful, and you're choosing to live your life in that way. Um, and so you're choosing to consciously weave a new story into existence. Every day when you wake up, it's a big ass blank page in your notebook. This is what it looks like when you wake up. And then every single day you're coloring in a story. And the question is, are you coloring in a story that somebody else programmed into your biocomputer brain, or are you consciously choosing a story that you want to weave into existence every day? That's the question that I'm going to keep asking forever. Sapphire says 96% of the internet is the deep web. You're talking about the 4% of the normal internet. Keep living your dreams. Thank you. Yeah, the deep web is quite a weird and gnarly place from what I understand. I've never actually seen it with my own eyes, but I have a sense of how crazy it is. So I think that's 10 things that I am totally in love with. If you've gotten any value from this video, please like it. Please leave a comment of what, if any of those 10 things you also love. I'll try and do a super quick recap. I actually enjoy not really preparing for these videos because one of my core principles is spontaneity and, trusting the moment. So, this was something I love. Glass reusable water bottle. These massagers was something I love. Best things ever invented, maybe, besides the internet. Hit me up if you're interested in them. I got the hand strengthener tool. These are great. Everything's blue today. We got the spray bottles for putting your essential oils in and clearing your energy field in 3.2 seconds. We've got the magic of crystals and stones. This is my Apatite friend. I hope I don't lose my appetite. I got the jokes are something I love. If you want the Joke Revolution book, hit me up. Um, we're doing the recap here. Fun fact: recap is from my surface understanding, recap is a abbreviation of the word recapitulation. That's my SAT knowledge there. So if you ever say the word recap, you could be saying, well, to recapitulate here. Hey Joe, let's recapitulate that touchdown. Um Anyways, the other thing I love is balance with all the elements, and that's the internal compass, which is going to be in the new version of my superpowers book coming out very soon. Another thing I love is a big, juicy, blank sketchbook so that you can take notes. Like, look at all these. I've only filled, like, you could probably barely see that. I've only filled like 10 pages, but I got a lot of good notes in there, and you can like create all sorts of crazy designs. You don't want to have fucking lines on your notebook. Like, it's not good. I'm telling you. Uh, unless you're like a sixth grade student learning how to write cursive or something. But anyways, I'm a hater on lines. I don't like to color inside the lines. Um, but yeah, big open sketchbooks are great. So that's another thing I love. The second to last thing I love is memes. If you ever want good memes, just send me a message. I'll link you to my page, Box Outside to Think. It's literally a huge database. And that's another key message I want to share, folks, tuning into my interesting live broadcast. There's so much of this energy of like, it has to be new. It has to be the newest thing what's the newest song this artist has? What's the newest this? And it's like, yes, new stuff is cool, but you know what's also really cool? Old stuff. People often neglect the huge amount of things that are not brand new in the search of like the newest, latest, greatest thing. You know, just for example, like I don't know, Modest Yahoo or some artist that you like. It's like you might see on iTunes their newest album and you might listen to one song or whatever, but do you actually take the time to like go back and like look through their older albums and stuff? And I just feel like with a Facebook page, Box Outside the Think, like I have this database of 400 memes or whatever, and it's like in order to fit into the Facebook algorithm always wants you posting every day so that it's like feeds their algorithm. But if people are just like, oh, this is like a library of memes, like I can just visit this library anytime I want and go through these memes. And the cool thing about memes is like you can use them to post on your page, and it's like you can build off them and create kind of like an essay or like build off whatever thought that meme is exploring. And I think that's a really cool thing because a meme is like a distilled thought of some kind. So I'm a huge fan of memes. Please check out my page, Box Outside the Think, if you ever need one. The last thing on the 10 things I love is simply the internet. The internet is pretty freaking awesome. And my theory is that 7% of the internet is super duper awesome and can enhance your life. And 93% of the internet is pretty much garbage that you would never want within 10 feet of you. So, therefore, we should shine a light upon the 7% of the internet that is awesome, which I've tried very hard to do by compiling a huge amount of playlists and resources on my YouTube channel, which is Kevin May and Sacred Story Weavers. So, that concludes the 10 things that I love. The 10 things I love about you, universe, not the 10 things I hate about you. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you have a comment, please leave it. Please like. If you want to share this with someone you think would enjoy it, that is certainly permissible. I think I'm going to start using random new words that I don't usually say. That's permissible. We're going to recap, also known as recapitulate, this list. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday or whichever day you're watching this. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And I'll see you in the future. Peace.